What's going on, listeners? This is Geek Boots, Military Nerds, where the big green weenie continues to fuck us in the afterlife. That's right, just like a lawsuit for earplugs with money that we'll never fucking see.
What?
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 You guys haven't been getting those ads on Facebook?
What?
Huh?
What? What?
No.
So, for context, the Army is suing the earplug companies that provide us our ear protection because they don't fucking work because there's been too many people coming back getting tinnitus and shit and hearing loss of all sorts. So they're suing the company for $9 million. And the hilarious thing is we're all like, I don't know if I should celebrate this or not, because we're not going to see that money.
No.
Like, I don't really understand why. Oh, big fucking whoop. Whatever. Anyway.
Honestly, the money should go to the VA, because, I mean, I can tell you this. I got 10% for my tinnitus. Why? Because I have a constant fucking ringing in my right ear. I have lost 80% of my hearing, and like, I'm constantly, I mean, it's just a which most annoying sound in the world. But really, yeah, that money needs to go to the VA, not to the Army.
I don't know whether
Because the ones who suffered with it are the ones who are getting care through the VA now.
I don't know who's getting the money. That's all I know is that the Army is suing the company for $9 million.
Well, I guess if you put your name on the thing, it's supposed to get you the money. But these multi-action lawsuits like this, they like spread it out so thin amongst a lot of people that the only people who are getting paid is the lawyers anyways.
Yeah.
Hey, you've lost your hearing. Congratulations. Here's your check for 13 cents.
Exactly.
Yeah.
These things don't work. They just get people excited to think they will.
Yeah, I know, and I know exactly the earplug they're talking about because my training was in Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. So I was stationed on an Army base, so I had to go to an Army hospital where they fitted me for these like dual color earplugs. So yeah, I know exactly what they're talking about.
You're rocking back and forth, and only thing is moving is the fucking painting, and it's tripping me out right now.
I have no idea what you're talking about. You are high as fuck. I'm glad you're out now and you can enjoy those CBDs. But dude.
And his laptop's on him, so that's moving with him.
Yeah.
It's like,
that is the weird thing. Like,
it's the weirdest shit in the world right now. Oh, I'm sorry, listeners. I'm just staring at him and just going, whoa. Anyway, today's episode.
Nice to know you're staring at me.
Right?
hi.
Today's episode is Iron Man 3, Thor 2, Captain America Winter Soldier, Guardians of the Galaxy, and Ant-Man. Speaking of Ant-Man, I have the best thing ever. I think that we should give Ant-Man a memorial service by taking the dust of his fallen comrades, scooping it up, and creating an anthill.
There's something so wrong with you.
I love the both different reactions that had just happened there. It was like, there's something wrong with you. And I'm like, ooh, cool.
And if you ever wanted to know the difference between Air Force and Marines, it happened right there in front of your eyes.
And here's the shit part. All I'm sitting here thinking is, I'm so glad that they included Spider-Man on the Endgame poster.
Yeah, we could scoop up his ashes too.
Yep.
Gotta get all those.
That little thing of dust right next to Rocket.
Yeah.
There's your precious Spider-Man.
Boom. Anyway, those are the topics of today. Plus, Cosplay Jenemy and Tom Cruise, myself, been to cons over the weekend, so we'll be giving our little insights on those cons.
Yeah.
So,
Yay!
Mayan Goddess, you were fucking gone for last episode.
I know, I'm sorry. I had a good reason, though.
I know, it's fine. You had to get your edumacation on.
I was a nerd. Like for about a week.
Just, by the way, a round of applause to Mine Goddess for acing all her finals. Good job.
And she's a
I missed you guys.
Marine.
And she's a Marine. Hey, you used the right crayons for the test, right?
I like purple.
Nom nom nom.
Is that the answer for what year did?
I like purple. Is that like
I
saying
like
I am
purple.
Groot all the time?
Yeah.
She just wrote on
That is
for
why
every answer she wrote I'm a Marine. Hoorah. And then just like, oh okay, I gotta give this person all the credit.
It's like, oh, she needs all the help she can get. Like she needs some extra help there.
So to backtrack, the things that you will be discussing is the impact of these movies, your favorite movie of this phase, favorite scene, favorite character and why, and where and what you were doing at the time when the movies came out, and how excited you were.
I didn't write those down. That's a lot of information for me to remember.
I was like, wait,
Aren't you,
what?
Well, hold on. Aren't you Navy? You're not the Marine one here. What's going on here?
It was a long time ago. I don't remember what happened last week. I've been drunk since then.
Well, you know,
Haven't we all?
that's why we're asking the Marine right now, which doesn't help.
Me first?
Yes, the Marine first.
Okay.
Iron Goddess.
So I will say this. My favorite is kind of a tie between Guardians of the Galaxy and Captain America Winter Soldier. For two very distinct reasons. Winter Soldier was really dark. It was really gritty. It was kind of one of those like, oh shit, what's going on? And just seeing like him really shine up above like just like I'm the picture perfect soldier kind of thing. It was really nice seeing that kind of mold go that way. And then with Guardians of the Galaxy, I just could not stop laughing, and it was really nice having that refreshing like yay kind of reaction. So yeah, so that for me, like it's a tie between those two. When those came out, I was in Camp Pendleton. So yeah, that was like right around the time when so I was like a sergeant, Marine Corps, like in Pendleton, and it was cool because it was like at that point, people were more open about being geeks and stuff. At least in the unit that I was in, so like I could go with other Marines, and it was really, really cool, and it was like this nice bonding experience, and we could like geek out at work. It was fun. That's all I got.
I love that. That is awesome. Unedited.
That's all I got.
That was pretty good. So, but what about your favorite scene?
Oh,
Like of like whatever movie you choose, or both, because you picked a tie, so go for it. You want to pick two favorite scenes? Go for it.
I'll stick with Guardians of the. Oh no, the elevator scene in Winter Soldier.
Yes.
We're gonna like, can we just get this started? Like, I'm just like.
Would anybody like to get out before we get started?
Yeah, I was like, that's some ballsy shit. So that was really cool. And then for Guardians of the Galaxy, my favorite scene. Oh, I would have. Oh.
Yeah, I love that scene too.
No,
It's
if I had to
amazing.
throw it down to one. It would have to be like that dance. What was it that dance battle scene?
Oh
Right.
yeah.
It's happening.
Ooh,
Like,
child, things are gonna
Yeah,
get
because, like,
easier.
Because everything like built up, and it was one of those things that like no one ever expected, but it was so perfect. Because then like everything afterwards, it was just like this like absolutely amazing ending to this insane battle. But it was just like that one moment where you're like, oh, thank you, you're cool. So yeah, those are mine.
Side note, I just want to express how much I love the fact that we have a podcast member with 10,000 followers, so she can do a swipe up feature, because she just did that. Listeners, please follow Cosplay Genemy. That way, if you don't want to fucking sit there and look for a link, she can direct you to it with the swipe up feature.
Yeah.
Boom.
That's awesome. Can I change one thing? Can I change my scene?
No. Yeah, go for it.
The
Which
jail
one? Because
scene in
you had 2
Guardians.
scenes already.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna replace my dance scene with the jail scene because that everything about that was
There's
awesome.
a lot of scenes in the jail.
There's a lot of scenes.
Which one?
I just want to say I like the entire movie.
That was already Cosplay's enemy for Captain Marvel. You can't fucking do that
Okay.
here.
Okay. I will say the escape scene from the jail.
Awesome. Yeah.
So yeah,
that was
I'll
pretty
kind of
cool, too.
narrow it down a little bit. That was really cool. The way they choreographed that was really intense, and I love that. So yeah, those are my 2 scenes.
Dope.
I like fighting.
Wow, the Marine likes
I
to
like
fight.
No.
No
This is
way.
my surprise face. That was more like my computer just got froze in the middle of Face's face. Right there.
That's my frozen face.
Eyes need to be a little more squinty. Much
So
better.
you have to make it look like you're in mid blink.
Or mid sneeze. There you go, right there.
Perfect. Unedited. But anyway.
I'm
Well-
glad you can see us, listeners.
Right? Yeah. It's fine. Well, like my buddy said, as long as you're describing what's happening so that the listeners understand what's going on, you're fine. But if you're just talking and you're reacting to what's going on, then people are going to be like, fuck these guys. I'm not a part of this. What the hell?
Be a part of us.
I'm pretty sure they say that anyway, but I don't care.
At least we embrace it, you know.
Yes. Since Cosplay Genevieve reached 10,000 followers, woo! Your turn.
You know, I lost my 10,000 followers. I had 9,999 today and then gained again.
fucking fake ass accounts.
Right? I'm like,
Even thoughts.
yeah. Well,
Anywho,
plus the follower unfollower things and stuff. So
yeah, that's
But-
true.
part of what it is what it is. You gotta account for all that.
Stop
Okay,
stalling.
we love you.
I know. I'm gonna have to go with Ant-Man.
Ant-Man?
Yeah, I think it's just because it was different.
Mm-hmm.
Everything was kind of following. I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy was different too, but I don't know. Ant-Man felt different to her. If I just have to pick one and not follow Mayan and do 50.
I'm sorry.
Well, like, yeah, I agree, because Ant-Man felt like every fucking I gotta make this crime happen in 60 minutes or less, or the mission goes under kind of movie, but for comic books,
Yeah.
essentially. You know, the good guys were playing bad guy to save the world, and we didn't really get that a lot with any of the other movies. Guardians of the Galaxy, like, granted, they were trying to commit some crimes and sell some shit, but at the end of the day, they were like, no, dude, we gotta do this. And at the end of the day, for Ant-Man, it continued the whole theft angle. Like, no, we're gonna go in and steal this thing. Because if they continue to walk away with this item, they're gonna destroy the world. So we're gonna steal it. Guardians were like, no, we're gonna make sure this goes into the right hands. Like,
Yeah,
Just-
exactly.
yeah. So, anyway, continue.
Let's see. Favorite scene when he's trying to go through the door.
Ha!
Oh, with the tape and stuff.
Well, hold on. Yeah, that's a good point. The tape and the thumbnail, because that was amazing. Or when he's trying to go through the lock and he keeps
The lock. Okay. I mean, both
Yeah.
guys. But I like when he like messes up. I love it when superheroes just screw up a lot. It makes me laugh. I'm not a masochist. Promise.
It's like we're not perfect.
Sadist. Sorry,
make
not
mistakes.
sexist myself. Sadist. Yeah,
We're
I
all
like that whole.
sadist.
What?
We're all a little bit sadist. It's
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
and so, I don't know. I just like the. Yeah, I just like the whole screwing up and like, hey, you're gonna do this, and he's not a superhero. He's only like chosen to be, and it's just this whole like, you know, the whole Stan Lee thing. Anyone can be a superhero, and I just love that about the whole movie. It just really felt genuine in this kid.
Yeah.
adult person.
He also had some really like great insight to like being a hero and stuff like that. You're like, oh, but what about this? What about what kind of thing?
Yeah.
So it was refreshing. Yeah.
Yeah. I really liked it. I liked the whole thing. I really, you know me. I like movies.
Good talk.
Good talk. Movies are good. We're really on top of our game today.
Right. Are we sure not all of us have just got done with the con and now we're just brain dead? Like, what's going on right now?
So Simply, who's watching us right now, he said, yeah, the first Ant-Man movie was about becoming a hero versus doing heroic things.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Because he wasn't.
Yeah. So then your favorite character you would say is Scott himself because, you know, he's proving himself and becoming
and becoming that superhero. And learning and realizing that he can't do everything and he has to, slow down and get a team. He has to have people. He's not been a people person.
Right. What and where? Like,
oh my God, I don't even remember.
What were you doing at the time?
What year did that come out?
Let me check.
2015.
2015. Oh, let's see. What was I doing?
Stop searching. My single dad is Google.
Single dad is Google.
Hey, he's doing like the quantum
maybe later
phasing thing with the wall right now. So he's like leaning back on the chairs, but the computer's going with him. So all we see is the wall moving, and it's the trippiest thing. Like
it looks like he's on a boat.
I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm actually gonna move the computer just a little bit so you can see it even better.
Oh no! Now it's more of a boat look because now it's a beach.
Well,
now
listeners,
we can see more of the beach.
Listeners, if you start hearing vomit sounds, you know why.
I'm sorry, none of you fuckers have your sea legs.
We're not Navy.
I have something for you guys after we go through all our things because I have a funny story for today. But go ahead.
Okay.
Better than me falling down the stairs.
That is pretty amazing, though. That is.
If you'd like, I could fall down some stairs right now. If that makes
yeah, I'll find some stairs. Like we can like do this family thing.
Yeah, I'll record it. It's fine.
I'll fall down the stairs today.
This week's episode: fall down the stairs as a family, Avengers style.
Hurting ourselves is a family sport. That sounds terrible.
This week on Geek Boots, we're glad nobody's pregnant because we all fell down the stairs.
Oh shit! Oh god! Oh no! God bless America. That is officially going to be the meme of this episode now. How are they like the Avengers? They fell down.
Nobody's pregnant.
Jesus Christ. Okay. And now we roll on to Single Dad. Single Dad, it's your time to have a take.
Okay, so we start off, phase 2 started off with, I've got to admit, 2 of the worst movies in the MCU. Iron Man 3 and Thor 2. Oh my god. What fucking train wrecks. I did not enjoy either of those movies. Iron Man 3, I was deployed in Spain, and I actually saw it at a drive-in, which was awesome.
Oh, that's cool.
So we had one of the guys check out the bus, loaded a whole bunch of people on the bus, grabbed a couple coolers full of beer, got one of the camp vehicles for the base we were staying at, dragged a freaking, like, I don't know, it was like a portable, like, trailer grill, fired it up, and just had a barbecue at the drive-in there in Spain. And so, yeah, it was great. That's about all I can say about that. So the rest of phase 2, I will, I enjoyed. I will say that during that time in my life, I was going through a lot of personal difficulties. For those of you that know me, know what was going on then, both with my health and with my family and everything like that. So, but I will say this: there were 2 movies in there, in Phase 2, that actually, helped me, made me laugh, dragged me along. And Guardians of the Galaxy is one of my favorite movies of all time. And the fact that you've got Star-Lord, who is this guy that wants to be so much more than he is, but nobody has a fucking clue who he is. Nobody. You're like, legendary outlaw? Star-Lord? Come on, dude.
Finally.
And so he's trying really, really hard to be so bad. And he has really no allegiance to anybody but himself. He relies on himself. He double-crossed the Ravagers to make his own money and everything like that. He's just a man on his own. But then he realizes that he needs people around him. He finds a team of misfits that he fits with, and they go on to save the galaxy. Favorite scene? Oh, how many are there?
Exactly.
Anything with Rocket in it, especially with body parts, and him trying to steal people's body parts, fucking epic. And it's just become a running joke through the entire MCU. Whatever movie Rocket's in, he's gonna try and steal somebody's body part.
That man's eye.
Yes.
Exactly.
You got the eye. Oh my god. What do we do for you?
So, I love that they've incorporated that into the other movies and everything like that. But just the one-liners in there, Drax, and being completely literal. I love the fact that was put in there because I remember the stories coming out at the time with the special needs individuals that could identify with this, because they were like, we don't understand euphemisms, we don't understand all this. Everything is literal. So it's like, this is a character that we can relate to. This is awesome. And so it works on so many different levels. But hands down, favorite line, I've said it before, is when he's talking about the ship and the cockpit, and if you put a black light in here, it's going to look like a Jackson Pollock. And so
we have never mentioned that on here before.
She has no idea. Put a black light on, look like a Jackson Pollock painting in here. He's just super proud about that too. I'm like, I don't know if I'd be proud of that.
I had to look that up after the movie because I didn't get that reference.
Oh. Yeah.
No.
Like,
things not to look up on the internet.
My sister in college was an art history major, so like whenever we go on trips or we went on vacation or anything like that, we'd always have to go and visit a museum and stuff like that, which I enjoy doing. It's not my number one choice to do, but I enjoy doing it. So I grew up around sculpture, fine art, and everything like that. So yeah, I had to know about this stuff. But yeah, Age of Ultron was a great movie. I loved James Spader in that, perfectly cast.
Time out. Age of Ultron's next episode.
Okay. Well, it's still part of Phase 2. Still part of Phase 2.
I know, but I had to slow this down to match up with Endgame. Otherwise, we won't have a movie to fucking talk about.
Or just make one up.
I love you.
I freaking love you back.
Goddamn right you do. My turn.
Ooh, let's see.
Okay.
All right, what you got?
So, Iron Man 3 and Thor Dark World. I didn't hate Iron Man 3, but I didn't like it as much as like the first two. The only real thing I liked out of Iron Man 3 was the kid. That was it. the kid was the only part that I liked out of that guy. Thor 2 was just shit. Those two movies came out when I was still in active duty, and at the time I was going through a rough marriage, and I had to escape, and that's how I escaped, was my buddies and I would fucking go out to the movies. And at the time, Fort Bragg had shut down its movie theater, so you had to go off post. And Iron Man 3 was what brought me to realize just how fucking horrible Fayetteville is. like, it's so ironic how you've got all these flyers, all these like billboards saying, "We love the troops," blah, blah, blah. But then the gang activity treats it like, if you kidnap or kill a soldier, you get ranked up. So I'm just like, I'm sorry, what in the fuck? And we decided to go to a movie theater that was close to a Walmart that was dubbed Off Limits. Because very recently at that Walmart, before we went to go see Thor, a officer, I think he was a major, was walking out in uniform. He had just gotten off duty, decided to go pick up something late. And like in the fucking movies, the white panel van pulls up, door slides open, couple of guys grab him, pull him in, and speed off with him.
Oh, jeez.
To this day, I have no idea what happened to that person. That is Fayetteville.
Go Google that.
That is fucking Fayetteville for you. So I went out to the movies to a theater that was having that shit happen in it. Like, I was like, great, I'm gonna fucking die here. Like, fuck. Anyway, that was my experiences with those movies. And then,
hey, I remember that time I almost died.
Right?
Oh my god.
By the way, listeners, I really wish you had seen my Goddess's facial expression when I said that, because she just jaw drop, eyes will open, going, "I'm sorry, what the fuck?"
What?
So
yes, I'd like a medium popcorn with a side of not being murdered, please.
So, and then I got out. The decision to get out was because ultimately the unit I was with, I wasn't really touching a lot. I was a cook, so I wasn't interacting with my unit a whole lot. And I really felt like I was kind of this walking joke to everybody that I was cooking with. So I didn't have a lot. I feel like I didn't have a lot of friends, and I was already going through a shit marriage and going through divorce. So I decided I want to go back home. I'm done. I want to go back home, especially if my unit has no intention of deploying into a combat zone. There's no fucking point. I'm done. And I'm not going to sit here and fucking raffle the ability to switch units. It's insane. It's asinine. So I said deuces. I had done 3 years with honor and distinction. I got my good conduct medal. I left and I raced home. I was so headstrong to get home that I packed as much as I could into my Highlander and drove by myself from North Carolina, Fort Bragg, all the way up through the northern states to Marysville, Washington in 4 days.
Wow.
That's how fucking badly I needed to get home. And when I got home, I went and saw a Seahawks game with my dad. It was great. Later on, Captain America, the Winter Soldier, comes out. At that time, though, I had joined the National Guard. I had been out for maybe a couple of months, and I had realized I was not able to find a job. So I figured, fuck it. If I could join the National Guard 1 week in a month, $300, I could pay off my car payments, and I can live free. That's fine. And Winter Soldier comes out. This is when I'm really starting to cosplay and hang out with people. I met a guy who was doing a Bucky cosplay. It was fucking amazing, and that's when I started becoming part of the cosplay community a little bit. That was pretty fucking amazing, honestly. But I myself wasn't cosplaying. I was just meeting people because they went to the show dressed up, and I'm like, people do this? What's going on? Oh my god, this is great. So, Winter Soldier is awesome. Is honestly, out of those movies, Winter Soldier's my favorite. But the reasons are for the future reasons, because Winter Soldier comes up and he's thrust to remember his best friend. Like, he had made, and of course this ties into Civil War, which I'll touch base on with later, but his best friend comes back. His best friend's made a lot of mistakes, but he wants to help his best friend. He doesn't want to destroy his best friend. He wants to help his best friend. And that to me speaks a lot, especially onto my character. Listeners, if you followed my story post, I am going to be doing Captain America here before too much longer. I will debut it for Rose City. A lot of my best friends have told me that, yes, my sense of humor reminds them of Deadpool, but everything else reminds them of Captain America. Because I bleed red, white, and blue like a motherfucker. Like, I am so goddamn patriotic and so loyal to people that I believe are good and wish to see them do good that I will never abandon them. And they see a lot of Captain in me. And this movie is the reason, all of these is the reason why I love this movie so much. He sees his old pal, and he's like, I'm not giving up on my best friend. There's no fucking way. Like, you can beat the shit out of me. The whole world can say, go fuck yourself. I'm not giving up on somebody who, when I was in an alleyway trying to defend myself, he stood up for me. That was interesting.
Sorry, any moment to just happen? Okay, for the record.
Sorry, I dropped my water bottle.
He's still doing like the Rocky thing, and then the child appeared, and I went, oh my god, this just got so much creepier.
We're just gonna have this super passionate speech, and then all of a sudden, bang, child, rocking motion, and it's like, whoa, what's going on?
No, I need to drop something today, so.
I'm sorry we ruined your Black Panther party.
That was perfect. So, in terms of that, to keep this going, in terms of that,
I was trying really hard not to say I wanted a little Captain in me, but
Hi.
I would love just because you said little Captain, right?
That's great. So, my favorite moment, oh god, it's a it's a combination. It goes to the speech, cause all the way up to after his speech is done, to when Sam goes, so did you make that all up or did you write that down? Like, what's up? Because that was fucking, his speech was killer. And then of course the final fight, he's sitting there and finish it, because I'm with you to the end of the line. That is the battle buddy mentality right there. So fucking hard. And people will never understand it that are not military. And I think it's interesting and kind of cute when they decide to ship those two for homosexual fan fiction stuff. And I'm just like, oh, honey, you don't understand. It's so much deeper than just this little joke. I would fucking die for this motherfucker. And if I have to get naked and spoon this motherfucker for warmth, you bet your sorry ass I will.
Oh, yeah.
But,
I mean, it goes...
Those things, yeah.
That's the thing, is it goes further than even that, because, I mean, they were friends since childhood.
Yeah.
It's not just battle buddy. I mean, obviously the bonds of war, are going to bring a different level to that and a different aspect to it. But I mean, yeah, there's people that I know from grade school, from Boy Scouts and everything like that. We don't talk every week. We don't talk every month. But when we do talk, it's like, holy crap. But these are people that I would do anything for. They are my family.
It is one of those things, yeah. And I always have to like explain to my friends when I'm out that it's like, oh, you haven't seen them in like 5-6 years, blah blah blah, like, and you guys make it seem like you were together just yesterday. And it's like, yeah, it's one of those things where it's like we will ride and die for our battle buddies no matter what. It's like, you know what, even like if they're going through a hard time and want to like isolate themselves, or if they're going through something and they just want to reach out, it's like, yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
And it is something that I think you see a lot in the military, and it's it's something that's really like should be cherished, like when we get out. And I feel like sometimes we like to like bury that a little bit because it is something that you don't really see outside too much.
Yeah.
But it is a really special thing.
It's cherished and it should be taught to so many people because, as you said, we would do anything for our buddies no matter what. It goes to the point where if your battle buddy fucks up, does something heinous, does something low on the totem pole, your response, instead of saying, well, we can't be friends anymore, fuck you, and then ostracize them, your response as a battle buddy is, dude, we need to fix your shit. We need to get you back on track.
I will say,
I have a funny story about that, by the way.
I think I've grew up with that mentality because I'm a military brat.
Right.
So even my friends from grade school, we all have that same mentality. Most of us have gone into the military or have married the military. I'm pretty sure my entire core group of friends, only one didn't go into the military, but she's now married to the military.
Yeah.
So we all kind of stuck with it. And so we do the same thing. We won't talk for months. And then one day we'll just call each other up. And if any of them get in trouble, I'm there for them and they're there for me. And they're always going to be there. And it's just one of those things. And I think I think it can be taught and can be learned behavior, but it does amplify once it's military.
Yes.
Yeah. Funny story. Oh, go ahead.
In fact, single dad, what is it, that famous saying, we happy few? Why don't you go ahead and let our listeners know that saying again?
We band of brothers. Yes, the St. Crispin's Day speech from Henry V. I absolutely love it. And yeah, it's very, very poetic. And the St. Crispin's Day speech before the Battle of Agincourt. Military historians, you guys, yeah, I'm a nerd about more things than just geek stuff. I do history too, but yeah, we happy few, we band of brothers. It means so much more because it is that group of people that would go to the ends of the earth, would shed blood for each other, their own and others, just for that. And for that family, for that group of people, and then the bonds that are formed through that sacrifice of themselves and others, it never goes away. You have it for life.
Funny story. So, fun fact for those who don't know, I was a band geek, right? So we were doing this parade and whatever, and we had been taught the whole week, it's like, okay, we're gonna finish this song and then we're gonna make a left turn. And so I guess our drum major at the time was like, I'm going to be cocky and I'm going to go forward. So our guy on the left goes left, like as he was taught, as he was trained, and we all follow, we all do our thing. And our drum major's like off in the corner, pulls us out and after everything happens. And then he's just goes off on our guy who made the initial left turn. He's like, man, you fucking idiot, blah, 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 blah. And then turns to the next guy and goes, and you followed him without missing a beat. He goes, we never leave a Marine behind. And I was just like, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud.
To capitalize on it, the actual quote for our civilian listeners, we few, we happy few, we band of brothers. For he who today that sheds his blood with me shall be my brother. And obviously that was last stated in World War II, and because times have changed, honestly, yes, it's brothers and sisters. It is all of us. There is nothing we would not do for one another. We would go with each other. We will, if we have to correct each other's steps, that's fine. And honestly, circling back around, that is why I loved Winter Soldier. Because Captain America, Steve, he saw Bucky and he said, shit, he's fucked up. But you know what? I'm not going to allow this. I have to save my brother in arms. I have to save him because I'm not about to let, because in all honesty, a lot of the whole world wanted to sit there and say, he's a terrorist. He's an assassin. We need to lock him up. And Steve was like, I understand he's fucked up, look, give me a minute with him because I'm gonna fix his shit. And that's what we're willing to do for one another. And it's only amplified with what's going on in my life now with the cosplay community, which I will touch base on another time. But I only wish for the listeners that are non-military related to learn this. Instead of ostracizing somebody because they've messed up, yes, punishment when punishment is due, but after the punishment, they need something to help them fix themselves. If you just continue to ostracize people and shut people out, they do not have that outlet to fix themselves and to get better. And sooner or later, you're going to find yourself alone when you just keep shutting people out. And we in the military, we don't do that. Or at least we try not to do that.
We only tear them down to build them back up.
Yep.
Yep.
So
it's one of those things where it's like you're like in the military, it's like you're working with these people, you're stuck with them, so you may as well make them the best that they can be, regarding whether or not they make mistakes. And I think in that regard, to bounce off of what you were saying, it is important, like address, like if there's something bad that happens, address it. But if they want to grow, help them grow. Exactly. Like we wouldn't be where we are today if it wasn't for the community around us kind of taking us under their wing. Like I wouldn't be my Wonder Woman if it weren't for the people who kind of helped me in that direction. Just like all of us, like we wouldn't know each other if we didn't have that community. And so community is really important, cosplay or not. And I think, yeah, as a community, we should be there supporting each other.
Yeah, exactly.
This is something I was actually talking with my boys about the other day. Not just well, yeah, it goes along with accountability, but also responsibility and taking things personally, which kind of goes along with what Tom was saying. Seriously, I remember when I joined. Mind you, this is 2003. Still some of the old guard around. It was like, you had an issue with somebody? What did you do? Somebody wasn't acting right? What do you do? Hey, we got Conics Bucks counselings. We'll go out back of the yard and everything like that. We'll sort this out. And whoever comes out victorious, guess what? That's who wins the argument. But guess what happens next? You go out and you have beers with them that night.
Mm-hmm.
You don't. It's not anything personal. You don't hold grudges and everything like that. And it's like, okay, we had a beef. Guess what? We squashed it. It's over. It's done with.
Yep.
And you move on.
I mean, to help the nerds really understand this, the civilian nerds really understand this, I'm sure a lot of our listeners probably have watched Parks and Rec. And if you love Ron Swanson, guess what? He told Andy when Andy didn't want to take a test, Anthony, no. We're an adult. You're an adult, and as an adult, you face your problems head on. Mm-hmm. And then later on, Ron is sitting there going, I like to elect to not put myself in situations. And Andy goes, a wise man once told me that we are adults and we face our problems head on. And Ron goes, and then rocks off. And of course, the hilarious comes in because Andy goes, oh my God, Ron, it was you. But
Logan actually mentioned something really nice. A rose never grows on its own. A group grows as one.
Yes.
So yeah.
I mean, I'll be honest here. I really didn't have that in the military at all. I got out because my unit treated me like crap. Yeah.
We care about you. We
love you.
I have found my love in other places. That's why I go back to my past being a brat, because I'm still close with those friends, and then now my cosplay community. So I get the whole community thing, but as in battle buddies per se, I'm not really friends with any people who I served with. I have one person that I found since I've been out who actually is now in the cosplay community, which is actually really cool. But
there have been units that, and in every unit there's a black sheep that gets ostracized, and I'm sad that you were the one in that case. And I think yeah, no unit's perfect. There have been people who have had really bad experiences with the military, people who have had really good experiences with the military. And so it's like, it's okay. We love you.
Yeah.
We're your family now.
It's one of those things to go back on the first episode, and actually Mayan Goddess chimed in on this on the first episode, which is, yeah, I know, right? You, what? Yeah.
She's like, I did something?
She's pointing at herself going, me? What? No.
I forgot I water from my mouth.
Mayan Goddess had stated in the first episode is that the beautiful thing about being in the military is it doesn't always have to be the people you were directly serving with.
Oh, absolutely.
It could be you find out someone's military and you all of a sudden you bond and that becomes your battle buddy, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. I've found it more, in after I've been out than
PJ's brush teeth.
So anyway,
and I found it more before I was in.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, that's why I loved Winter Soldier, honestly, because
We're still talking about that.
yes, and that's why I'm wrapping this up.
This is the world's longest segue.
Yeah. So yeah, that's why I loved Winter Soldier, was because he didn't want to give up on his battle buddies. But now, listeners, we are shifting gears to talk about some cons because a couple of us went to some conventions. Yeah. Cosplay Enemy, why don't you go first? Tell us about your con, what con it was, your most entertaining moment, and yeah, what kind of critiques you can give for the con.
Okay, I went to AllCon in Dallas. It is more of a fan-based convention where it is completely run by the people who want to. Like, if you want a panel, all you got to do is submit you want a panel, and they will find a place. They start at 9 a.m. They go until 2 a.m.
Holy shit!
They keep the whole hotel open. Yeah, it's amazing. Like, you can have a panel. You could be like, I want to have a dance one night. Well, now I'm going to have a panel about music. And then you get a room, and then you have like a dance.
How many days is this con?
It is a 4-day convention.
Get the fuck out of here!
And it is not big at all.
Well, I guess
in
that
a
makes
hotel.
Sense. Well, because I just did Emerald City Comic Con, and I'm telling you, it was 4 days, and after that con, I'm like, I need to rest. Holy shit, my brain is dead. Like, so when you're sitting here saying it goes till 2 a.m., I'm like, I would probably be dead.
And
like, the second the con's dead.
Okay, I don't think I went to sleep until 4 a.m.
Holy shit.
On Friday and Saturday night.
Holy shit, man.
And
how are you still alive, Charles?
Right?
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
Well, first of all, I was supposed to get there on Thursday, which they always do a bunny hatch on Thursday night.
Okay, explain to us what a bunny hatch is.
A bunny hatch is basically Playboy bunny. You do a cosplay as a Playboy bunny or as Hugh Hefner.
Gotcha. Okay. Fair enough.
Okay.
Just Google bunny hatch.
I've learned that I should not.
It's fine.
I should not look up bunny.
Bunny hatch cosplay.
Okay.
Bunny hatch cosplay.
Do I have to make sure cosplay is in there? Because if I type bunny hatch,
if you just look up bunny hatch, you're gonna get bunny actual hutches.
Actual.
You're gonna get homes for bunnies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it is a real thing. They started, I believe, at Dragon Con is who started it. But this one they decided 4 years ago. I think they're on their 12th year for AllCon, and it's not big. They do get some. They had like a bunch of Battlestar Galactica people this year. They do get names, but they don't expand per se. They keep it as a smaller in a hotel. Everybody stays at the hotel. You're there. Interactive. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. But most the fun starts after the after hours.
I was about to say the after hours are
Nothing
starting
good
super
happens
late in that.
at 6 a.m.
Yeah. Seriously.
Yeah, it's definitely the after hours. Yeah, I was supposed to get there on Thursday, so I would be there at the end of the bunny hatch or towards the. I mean, it goes until forever, but we had a blizzard here in Colorado, so my plane got pushed back. The roads were completely closed, so I didn't end up getting in there until Friday night, late Friday night. I got there at midnight, and it was still. There was tons of people still hopping, people still running around. I was up until 4 a.m. that morning after flying all day.
Oh, geez.
And then I turned around and woke up with my friend who I was there with, who had a booth at 10 a.m. Yeah, opened at 10 a.m. and was up with her the next morning to open her booth with her.
Wow. That's insane. I'm just trying to figure out like where the panel, was it just the panels that were open until 2 a.m. or like the main hall and everything?
It's the hotel, so they close off the vendor room.
Okay.
And then that stays closed off. But then the hotel, the hallways, the lobby, everything's still open. There's a bar in the lobby, which, it's expensive, but everybody brings their own drinks. I mean, everybody who goes, you can walk the halls and somebody be like, hey, we have a party over here, and you can walk into a room and then get a drink and then leave. And then somebody else would be like, hey, we're over here. They even had a pool at the hotel and a hot tub at the hotel.
Hi, girl.
So there was people in the hot tub until I think they closed that at like 11 and made people get out of there, but that's probably safety reasons. But this one's been going on for like 12 years, and it's very well known in Dallas as the party convention.
I need to do that next time.
It's amazing.
That sounds awesome.
I mean, like the vendors go, and like the people who do vendor, they know that they're not going to make a lot of money because nobody's there really to shop, but they do it anyways because whatever they might end up making, they turn around and put it in the booth.
Okay.
Well, all right. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's Dallas Con. All Dallas Con.
No, AllCon Dallas.
AllCon.
Yeah.
Dallas.
AllCon. AllCon in Dallas. Which you can, I think there's 2 hashtags for it, which is hashtag all_con DFW and all_con Dallas.
Well, we're glad you're still alive.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Much alive. It was amazing. They had a rave on Saturday night. Con raves.
Well, it's my turn. So, ladies and gentlemen, give me a second. I'm about to throw on my Deadpool mask because my con, Emerald City Comic Con, was a lot of Deadpool for me. So hold on.
While he's doing that, can I tell him about the story about how? Oh, I know. Do it.
As he's throwing on his Deadpool costume and his head. Now we have a head that we're looking at that is red and black and has some eyes. I'm commentary for you, everybody. And they're looking at
They
me.
know what a Deadpool mask looks like.
Well,
There might have been a movie about it.
There's
a movie or two or so, or
Ish.
been 2 movies.
Ish.
2.5.
Ish.
2-ish.
If you count.
I know, we don't count that Wolverine movie.
No, I was gonna say Hulk. I was gonna say, no one counts that. No, I was gonna count Hulk versus because Deadpool's actually prominently in that movie, but it's a cartoon movie. Anyway, Emerald City Comic Con. So I have to admit, I walked into that con thinking it was gonna be horse shit because they boosted security. As much as I understand security, my previous experiences with Emerald City Comic Con and anything run by ReedPop is that the minions, as we call them, the con staff, do not know their shit. One time here's why. One time my buddy was cosplaying Lego Batman when he's got the inflatable lobster or the lobster in the pool and stuff. So he had an inflatable lobster with his set. They tried to peace bond his inflatable lobster because they said it was a choking hazard.
And
So
Flying Goddess begins to choke on whatever she's Putting in
Fair.
And then one point, now I understand that even though I had dummy rounds on my cable cosplay one year for Rose City, which is run by Reed Pop, they told me I had to take them off my belt, which was zip tied 37 times to my belt to get it to be on. I had to take that off because I could take it off and poke someone in the eye with it.
Wow.
So what I'm trying to get at is these guys don't know their shit, and yet they act like they do. And then evidently, when there's enough people and there's such a crowd on the line, they practically don't even P-spawn anymore because they're like, oh, screw it, we'll just let you in, and then they're stupid. Well, this time around was surprisingly well done. They P-spawned it if they needed a P-spawn, yes, but they had metal detectors, and they had basically airport security where you open up their bag, they put a flashlight in there, and they make sure you don't have anything in there that shouldn't be coming into the con. So it wasn't bad. It didn't take long for them to do what they needed to get done, and if you had something on your person you couldn't take off, they would wand you to see that, okay, that is the thing that you're speaking of that's going to alert the metal detector. Fine by me, whatever. And they were pretty chill, pretty good people, so it didn't go bad. It had a bigger attendance than it was last year, so there was a lot of people. And I was just so tired of trying to juggle multiple costumes that I decided to say, screw it. I'm going to rock Deadpool pretty much all day long. And I did that. So I did Deadpool Thursday, Red Hood Friday. I was trying to do something, didn't really pan out. It's whatever. And then ended Saturday and Sunday with Deadpool again. And Saturday was when it all came into fruition because Rob Liefeld was finally there. For the listeners who maybe aren't fully into comic books and don't know a whole lot, Rob Liefeld is the creator of Deadpool, X-Force, Cable, and Hawk and Dove, and he was there at Emerald City Comic Con, and I wanted to get my comic book, New Mutants 98, which is Deadpool's very first appearance, signed by Rob Liefeld. So I come up at the top of these escalators, and they've decided to create two different lines so that they don't block traffic. And I go up, and they're all like, well, we have another line because this one's full, so you're going to have to go over there to that line. I go, oh, okay, no problem. So as I'm walking over in my brand new Deadpool suit, helped commissioned by White Sheep Leather, so it's amazing, and my new mask that I'm currently wearing, I all of a sudden hear this voice just destroy all the noise in the crowd, go, hey, Deadpool! And I turn around, and there's Rob Liefeld, and he goes, you're not going anywhere without getting a photo with me first. And I respond, nice. I go, I'd love to, but the minions told me I had to go to the end of the line, Dad. And he goes, nonsense, this is my line, get over here. So I do. I walk over, and I got to take a photo with Rob Liefeld for free.
That's awesome.
And yeah, and there were a ton of photos being taken. My girlfriend, Ruby Echo, was taking several photos, and his wife was taking a photo as well. And then I told Rob, and Rob then comments, he goes, oh, look at that. So for the listeners, I rocked the video game version of Deadpool. So I've got this bullet, kind of bullet belt, so to speak, that goes along the chest from my waist up to where my pecs are. They're made for shotgun shells. And he puts a finger in one of them and goes, oh, look, you got some extra ammo room. That's really cool. I go, yeah, it's based off of the video game. He goes, oh, that's awesome. So we actually got to socialize a little bit. And then I go, well, I do actually have something I want you to sign, sir. And he goes, oh, yeah, you definitely got to get in line for that. I can't let you cut completely. I go, oh, okay, no problem. So I get in the line, and by the time I finally get up to the line, I run a group that's starting to get its feet up underneath itself called Seattle X-Force. We have T-shirts for members. It's Seattle, and the spaces for the words are the city landscape. And then we took X-Force from the comic book, we turned it all black and white, and we put it on a shirt. So I then present him the T-shirt, and Rob Liefeld's jaw drops. He points at the shirt, looks at my girlfriend, the perfect opportunity for a photo, and goes, "Oh my God, that's amazing. Oh my God." His wife comes up and goes, "Oh my God, that's amazing. That's so cool." And he goes, "Hold that up for me." So I do. I hold it up for him, and he takes a photo of me with the shirt. And then I tell him, "This is for you, sir. This is to thank you for everything you have created and have been a part of, and how awesome you've been with your fan base right now." And he goes, "Thank you so much." And he's just looking at the shirt, and he puts it in his backpack. Next, he checks the comic book, and he goes, "Oh, man, 9.2 New Mutants. That's amazing." He goes, "You know, if you want, you can get it cracked and get regraded. I'll tell him to do it." I'm like, "Nah, sir, I don't have the money for that right now. I just have enough for you to get it signed." He goes, "Don't worry about it." So he signs it. Now, not a lot of Deadpools apparently like to give off their Deadpool personality. I do. I like to be funny. So he puts it down. He's getting ready to take a photo of it himself. I crouch down in front of the table with my hands underneath my chin, being all cute and posed with the comic book. Rob Liefeld the entire time could not stop smiling or laughing the whole way. He takes several photos of me and then shakes my hand and says, "You are hilarious. You're awesome. I love you. Thank you for coming in my line." And I go, "No, thank you, sir. You've been a fantastic person." I left. I got way more photos on my Deadpool than I even anticipated. I even met Single Dad's friend Alan, who's amazing.
Photo!
Yes!
I freaking love him! Sorry.
I love him. I absolutely love him. He was a great photographer. He only planned on working with Ruby Echo, but he was like, "Your Deadpool's awesome. Get in here. Let's get some photos too." And then later on he goes, "I didn't know you knew Russ." And I go, "Right? Small world." Anyway, at the end of the con, I noticed something when I checked out Rob Liefeld's story on Instagram. I was all over that bitch. The photo of him holding the shirt, the X-Force shirt, and then the photo of me posing with the comic book. And I'm like, holy crap, there I am. So I screenshotted it for memory, posterity, of course, and posted about it. He liked the post and commented on it saying, "It was great meeting you."
That's awesome.
Holy fuck shits, man. What in the ass? I don't even know what to fucking say. Holy shit speckled Muppet farts, guys. I can't even fucking even. And then today, fucking, let me read the date. Wednesday, March 20th. Once again, after con on Wednesday, I check his Instagram story because Ruby Echo sent me information. He posts me again photos that I posted. In other words, he screenshotted off of my Instagram, cropped out the photo, and posted on his gram. And I'm like, "You son of a bitch." Like, I'm just so struck with all of this because right now, thanks to Rob Liefeld, a lot of famous Deadpool cosplayers are coming out of the fucking woodwork, following me, liking me, and messaging me going, "Dude, you're all over Rob Liefeld's feed. Holy shit, you're amazing.
What did you do?
What did you do?" Oh! And I'm just like, "Oh, thank you guys."
You're being awesome, duh.
Right? So, all in all,
okay. For the record, he just straight up like took off his eyes, and I went, "Oh God."
this is my mood. I've got the crazy eyes in, folks. It's great. But yeah, this was my mood. I was like,
That's awesome.
So, anyway, Emerald City Comic Con ended up being a lot better than anticipated, for sure.
It'll be one you remember forever.
Oh yeah, it was. God, it's hard to really honestly say it was my best Emerald City Comic Con because as we tie into something else, my buddy Zach Wilkes, you can find him on zach.wilkes on Instagram. He and I first met meeting a voice actor named Nolan North. You would remember him for voicing the character in Uncharted. What the fuck is his name?
No, I have to look that up because that sounds really familiar.
Nolan North. Yeah, so Nolan North. And he's been on Twisted Toons. He's also Huh, go figure, the voice actor of Deadpool on the Deadpool video game.
That's what it was. Okay.
So we met him when we first met. We walk up and I go, why are we wasting around the con like fucking chickens with their heads cut off? And Zach goes, cause look over there. And I go, is that Nolan North? And he goes, yes. So we met him. Nolan doesn't get a lot of Deadpools coming up to see him. So he had us take 2 photos for the price of 1.
That's awesome.
He's a fantastic person. Zach had a photo. There's a moment in the video game for Deadpool where Deadpool is peeing between 2 goons on a urinal, turns to look at the camera and puts his fingers an inch apart to say, hey, these guys are tiny. Ha 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 ha. Zach recreated this at con, shows Nolan North. Nolan North then proceeds to grab one of the signing photos, that photo that he recreated, signs it for Zach for free. Because
that's awesome.
Zach
Nice.
So this year, he comes back. He came back to Emerald City. So 3 years later. And I told Zach, I'm like, dude, we have got to do this again. We have got to recreate how we met as friends. We got to celebrate our friend-iversary, so to speak. And we got to go meet Nolan North. And he goes, fuck yeah. So we met Nolan North, and we did a photo. And it was kind of funny because Zach goes, yeah, we met you 3 years ago. This is how we became friends. We had to recreate it, sir. And Nolan goes, oh, yeah, I remember you guys. And, of course, I stop in my tracks, and Zach looks over at him, tilts his head like, but do you, though? I mean, really, you're a celebrity. I'm sure you meet a lot of people all the time. Don't give me that gripe. But at the end of the day, we also kind of thought to ourselves, not a lot of Deadpools are going to meet Nolan North, so for all we know, that's true. Who the fuck knows?
Yeah, the way I know Nolan North, why it sounded really familiar is because I played Destiny 2. I played Destiny 1 and Destiny 2, and he's the voice of the Ghost. So that's why I was like, that sounds super familiar.
I have met Nolan North twice, got awesome photos with him with my best friend, and yeah, that was my con experience, was a lot of Deadpool action, and it's fucking fantastic.
That's awesome. Yay!
Yay! I'm gonna take this mask off because it's hot as fuck, or I'll keep it on and say goodbye. I don't know. I'm undecided at the moment. I don't know. I guess that's the end of it. We've covered everything we need to cover. So, to our listeners, thanks for listening. Next episode. Oh, and by the way, big shout out to Jake. He is home, and we're letting him be with his family right now. We love him dearly.
We love you, Jake.
We love you, Jake. Oh, can I give a shout out to our super awesome now published photographer?
Fuck yeah!
Don't do it.
Holy crap!
Don't do it.
That is amazing. Okay, so fun fact, Russ is cool. So
No, I'm not.
he just got featured for his cosplay photography in Voyage LA magazine.
Okay.
Yay.
Thank you.
Yeah. So that's really cool. I'm really excited to be a part of that because one of the pictures he took of me as Wonder Woman is on there. But yeah, he's cool.
So, and I thank you, Mine, and I really do appreciate it. But here's the thing, I have to turn around and I need to thank Cosplay Jenemy. Honestly, if it weren't for her, she had the idea. A little over a year ago, she had this crazy idea of starting a website, so that way she could post some of her pictures that she was taking, and then I could post some of the pictures that I was taking and everything like that. And yeah, it turned into and it grew and it morphed and it became what it is now. And so, if it weren't for her, if it weren't for Cosplay Jenemy, I wouldn't be a cosplay photographer. And I'd be taking pictures of cosplayers, but it wouldn't be where it is today. So she is the one to thank, and I owe it all to her. So thank you.
And this friendship becomes full circle.
That is so cute.
I'm so proud of
So,
him.
but that's how long we've known each other and been talking and everything like that.
Yeah, I would like to also. I gotta turn it back around and throw it back at Single Dad, though. I would like to credit Single Dad because.
What? No, stop! I am not good with praise.
Too fucking bad. No, honestly, I started
On this segment of We Love Each Other.
I started this podcast with a couple other people, and only one of them stuck around. The other ones had too much busy lives, and they couldn't make it out. And then when it finally came into fruition, it was because you showed up, and you were like, yeah, I would love to do this podcast. That sounds awesome. And it was you, good sir, who pointed out cosplay to me. It was you, good sir, who found Mayan Goddess. It is all you.
I didn't find them. That's the thing is, it's not like I was out in the fields and I was like searching and like, holy crap, hey, look at this. Let's
found a wild enemy.
Can we do a funny video now later on in the future where we just see Single Dad walking through tall grass going, where is a Marine? Where is an Air Force woman? I need someone to help me with the podcast.
A wild Mayan Goddess appears.
Behold, thine field in which I grow my fucks. See that it is barren.
Poor man.
Did he tell us nothing?
Yes.
I think he did. Yeah, that's exactly what he did.
Oh, he says, oh. we bring him up, and then he's like, you guys are nothing. Oh, bring him up.
I fucking hate you guys so very much.
I love you too.
I love you too, Dad.
Anyway, thank you all for listening. Thank you all for listening. Stay tuned next week. We are talking about Age of Ultron.
Dun, dun, dun.
I'm sorry I brought it up this week.
Yeah, God, dick.
Yeah, what's wrong with you?
I apologize for the premature podcastation.
It's not the first time you've done anything prematurely.
Hey, I got mine. This is Tom Cruise with Mayan Goddess.
Hi.
Single Dad.
Night night.
Cosplay Jenemy.
Yeah.
And, in the honor of J4R Jake with State Farm. Toodles. This is Geek Boots thanking you for listening, and we are signing off.
Bye.
Bye.